How you doing, Comic Fam? Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Thanksgiving. We're hoping that you're having a great week, and we have a special top 10 hot comics list for you today. Hit the subscribe button. We're giving it to you a day early. Gotta get you ready for Black Friday. Also, we got Nick from Key Collector on the mic for you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Tom, you're looking very Where's Waldo today without the hat.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm so thankful for you, Nick. And I'm thankful for your app and for sponsoring the show. Why don't you tell the community about the app, and let's also do a giveaway. Maybe can I get you to do a free 1-year subscription?
Of course. I'm feeling in the holiday giving spirit. So 1 year of Key Collector to whoever. If you want to comment down below, we're going to select a name. And thanks for supporting the app. Key Collector is the world's first mobile app that exclusively identifies key issues like first appearances and other significant issues in comic book history.
That's so great. And if you use ComicTom101, you get a free week subscription and it unlocks the whole app. You can use it to its full potential. It's going to help you in your quest to upgrade and perfect your comic book collection.
That's damn right.
Let's jump into this list at number 10. We got a fantastic one here because I'm looking at some Sam Keith goodness.
Wait, Tom, is it Sam Keith or is it Sam Kieth? Because spelling is a little odd.
Okay, well, let's jump into it at number 10. We have the Max issue number 1. Comic Fan, let me know how to say it in the comment section below. But Channing Tatum, it's rumors again that he is looking at this property. What's going on?
Well, Channing Tatum was supposed to be Gambit, and I don't know if maybe we are getting a consolation prize that now he is circling this Max property. Max is one of the weirdest characters that ever hit mainstream pop culture. Tom, do you remember when the Max was on MTV?
That's right. It was definitely a show that I watched kind of like Ren and Stimpy. I enjoyed it, but I didn't really know why I liked it. And now that when I watch it again, it makes me feel a little weird.
That's kind of, that makes sense because it's such a difficult thing to understand. It's not the cohesive superhero story where, you have a villain and a hero and a damsel in distress. You do have those elements, but there's a lot of strange overlay. You don't know if the Max is crazy. He's a hobo. You don't know if he is this strange spirit animal, but regardless, maybe Channing Tatum wants to get to the bottom of that mystery.
Clearly, because we have average sales for Max number 1 hitting about $5. This is a very readily available comic book, but that black cover makes it difficult for those high grade copies. $200 sales at the 9.8 marker.
Hey, Tom, just a note, there's a lot of different opinions about what the first appearance of the Max is. And if you go to Mike's Amazing World of Comics.com, they have copyright information about when these books went on sale. And according to Capital City Distribution's comic book reporting, the Max number 1 went on sale before Darker Image by about 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Well, for those who are looking for those real first appearances, that information is going to be valuable on your hunt. At number 9 on the list, we have a 1:25 ratio variant by Francesco Mattina. We have Adelphia issue number 1. I'm not as familiar with this comic book.
Adelphia? It's about Philadelphia. It's about a man, he's a cop that goes back home to figure out what's going on with his murdered dad. And then there's all these, he's figuring out there's this whole crime ring going on and vampires.
Vampires are involved. Okay, that's dope. I got my Buffy out here, so it's fitting. I want to know, is this Spike, though, because of a variant, or is it because of the story? Because the story sounds good. How's that cover A doing?
Variant's great. It's the cover A is not doing that well, but the variant, it's a Mattina. Mattina, when he delivers in spades. And this particular cover, it's cool. I mean, look at it. You got an upside down vampire, you got a lot of black. You have frightening imagery.
$40 average sales for this comic book. Let's keep an eye out on this variant. It's a cool cover. Mattina's had a lot of controversy this last year, but you know what, Nick? I think he's bouncing back.
We got to give the guy a chance.
At the list at number 8, we have Teen Titans issue number 44, the first appearance of Nightwing. It's a Deathstroke origin issue. It's a key book, and it's some George Perez goodness. And it's creeping up on the list because of some ruckus happening over on the DC app.
Right, so DC invited these journalists in the house, and they showed them some costume designs, and one of them was Nightwing. Nightwing debuted this costume in his first limited series in issue number 2. But the spike has been happening in Tales of the Teen Titans number 44 when we first get introduced to Nightwing. And it's kind of funny because he's a little bit overshadowed by Jericho, who is the son of Deathstroke.
That's right. This is actually a great example of a comic book that's a bit affordable because there's a lot of them available, but the higher end copies are definitely going to be a little bit more expensive. $50 average sales for this comic book, $250 at 9.8. Definitely tough and high grade. You got to love that polka dot shirt. Am I right?
That is 90s goodness right there, right? You would have thought that he was going to be the polka dot man with a shirt like that. But Dick Grayson gave up the mantle of Robin in New Teen Titans number 39, and he took on the Nightwing moniker. He was inspired by Batman, his parents, and Superman, who actually had the moniker in Superman number 158. He went as Nightwing when he visited Krypton.
All right, let's take a look at number 7 with Russ, the comic sensei. All right, next on the list, we have Captain America 341.
Mm-hmm.
This saw a spike in copies sold of 3,400%. This is one of those reasons why you have to be up on your key alerts, because when this information gets out there, they move quick on eBay, and wow, did they move quick this week.
Oh my gosh, this one was amazing. This book hit, and almost immediately every single copy that was at $2 and $3 initially went up to 12, some even as high as 20, and they're gone.
That's right. We saw high peak sales at $30 for like near mint copies. What's going on?
Well, we have leaked set photos from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And normally when you have a leaked photo, it's someone in costume, someone running to their trailer, and you've got all this speculation. Well, we've got a flower truck.
A flower truck, like a delivery van?
Like a delivery van for a flower company, but not just any flower company. This is Hoskins Family Flowers. And in Barnesville, Georgia, they have repurposed a corner grocery store to look like Hoskins Family Flowers, and there is a delivery truck for Hoskins Family Flowers. Well, this can only mean one thing, that Lamar Hoskins is going to be showing up. Now, for those of you that don't know Lamar Hoskins, he is the 5th Bucky, and he decided that name was a little bit too oppressive, and he wanted to change his name to Battlestar. So all of a sudden, we have a character named Battlestar, who is all but confirmed, and Battlestar's first appearance is Captain America 341.
Lamar Hoskins, known to team up with U.S. Agent, who we know is going to be in this show. It makes sense, which is why this spec looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Back at the list at number 6, we have the local comic shop day variant of Absolute Carnage, issue number 5, said to be under 600 copies available.
Yeah, Tom, that one is confirmed by the local comic shop day website. This is a Virgin variant. It's Ryan Stegman. It's the final issue of the Donny Cates written Absolute Carnage series, and it's doing well. I mean, it's going for $75 on average, but it's hit over $100 on the high.
This is a gorgeous cover, and you know what? I got to give some recognition to that white. Very difficult to get in high grade.
Look, it's hard to keep white. It's hard to keep black. These solid colored covers, it's hard to keep them in good condition. So an issue like this, a Virgin variant that is a Stegman variant that's limited, this is going to continue to have value.
At number 5, we have Secret Wars issue number 1 making the list. This is from back in 2015. Was a little surprised to see this create back up, but not as surprised to see that the 1 in 25 is what collectors are after. This is the first appearance of who, Nick?
It's Roberta Mendez, Captain America 2099. We first saw her in Secret Wars number 1. This is a 2099 book. This is a 1 in 25. She's on the cover. And people are getting excited about this. Actually, the media picked up on it because Roberta Mendez was in a splash page on Amazing Spider-Man number 34, and it piqued the interest of the media. And they were like, hey, who's this? Who is this? They say, it's Captain America 2099, Roberta Mendez.
Nick Lowe, the editor of Amazing Spider-Man, had this to say. He said, this isn't an alternate timeline. This isn't a what if. This is the future of the Marvel universe. And it's those words, Marvel Universe, that has people excited. Does he have some type of information that he's not letting on? Or is he maybe misspeaking and meaning just about the comics and what's going to happen? Who knows? But Nick, you put this on the top 20 list on the Key Collector app last week, didn't you?
Yeah, it was on the top 20 last week. And the value of it has skyrocketed over 500%. So it deserved a spot in the top 10 this week.
Number 4 on the list. I am so stoked about this comic. I'm actively hunting for this comic. We have another local comic shop day variant hitting the shelves and being sold, and people are after it. We have The Walking Dead Alien. Wait, what? Walking Dead just made the list again? What is going on?
Look, I mean, I love this. This is a really cool story. 2016, they released this comic book digitally. And it's about Jeff. It's about Jeff Grimes. And it's like, who is this guy? But it turns out it's Rick Grimes' brother, who was mentioned in The Walking Dead #3. He's the one that actually set up Rick and Lori Grimes. And now we get just a peek at the larger world of The Walking Dead and Rick Grimes' brother and what happened to him, what his story is.
Written by Brian K. Vaughan, Walking Dead completionists are going to be all over this comic book, and they already are. Average sales are hitting $15. High-grade sales are $30. People trying to secure that 9.8 copy.
Number 3 on the list, we got a Donny Cates book that just came out, Venom #20. That's a throwback to the Ultimate days.
Coming up next on the list, we have Ultimate Spider-Man #33. Now, this is a fantastic Venom cover, and it's really one of the covers that I've loved for a very, very long time. So it only makes sense that Donny Cates' Venom is churning and burning and making this old comic spike.
Yeah, Venom 20 recently dropping, showcasing that the maker in a beaker has Venom from the Ultimate Universe.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, individuals in the comic community are looking to find out when that first appearance happened.
Right.
And it happened right here in Ultimate Spider-Man issue #33, seeing a 4,000% increase in copies sold in a week. This is an old book. It's a classic cover, but it's definitely a dollar bin book that's out there. $100 for 9.8s for this comic book. We saw a $700 sale of a signed McFarlane/Stan Lee copy that hit the market. That one's a little bit of an outlier, but it shows you the staying power of this Venom cover. And keep in mind, issue 35 is Venom's first full appearance in the Ultimate Universe. That's seeing a little ground as well.
Now, this does seem weird to me that we've got a beaker appearance that's selling for $10 raw, but you have to keep in mind that Wolverine #80, which had the first appearance of the X-23 beaker, is still selling solidly for about $10.
The beaker keys.
I know.
The list is growing. We're going to see a key collector category pretty soon. Look out. Back at the list at number 2, we have Batman issue #405, the first appearance of Carmine Falcone. Nick, I think we're getting the long Halloween.
It would surprise me that they would go that direct into the long Halloween.
Maybe they surprises you right now. It's still surprising you.
Well, they got Catwoman, they got Penguin, they have the Riddler. So it's all these characters are falling into place. And then they got Carmine Falcone, who's a mob boss who played a big part in the long Halloween, but he was first introduced here in Batman 405. And John Turturro, the Jesus from Big Lebowski, is going to be playing him. Did you know that this character was modeled after Don Vito Corleone from The Godfather?
Had no idea, but it makes sense.
Hey, Tom, you want to see my Robert De Niro impersonation?
Yeah, show me, man. It's spot on, man. Tell me, Robert De Niro, what's this book going for?
It's going for about $15 on the average, but high end, it's been selling for $150 in the 9.8.
Do me a favor, Nick. Tell me and the community what Metal Shark Bro is about.
It's about a shark that eats Satanist and then he turns into Metal Shark Bro. That's pretty much
it, man. And it's our Comic Tom exclusive for the mystery mail call this month. You can reserve your box. Open enrollment is now. Link is in the bio. But every box gets a Comic Tom exclusive every month. And this month we have a homage to Submariner issue #5, the first appearance of Tiger Shark. All right, let's take a look at number 1 on the list because we have Star Wars taking the cake. Surprised, but not surprised because The Mandalorian is so epic. We have Darth Vader, issue number 3, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra.
Yeah, every time I think of Dr. Aphra, I think of when you said Afrin is like black magic. When you had that cold, remember you had a cold and you said, yeah,
it really is.
Afrin's like black magic because I use it and it just clears me up right away.
It's true, man. But the thing is, if you use it too much, it ends up doing the opposite and congesting you more. This has nothing to do with Star Wars, but I love it. What's going on with Dr. Aphra?
Black magic part, right? So anyway, Star Wars, there's a lot of rumors circulating that Dr. Aphra, who is a fan favorite from the comic books, is either getting her own series or is going to play a major part in an upcoming Star Wars series. So with that information this week, it has caused this book to explode.
We're seeing $20 average sales and climbing for this issue. And with the recent Baby Yoda craze, with this Star Wars Western style show just breaking all kinds of viewership records. I mean, Nick, this is like a $20 million an episode budget, man.
People love it.
People are also speculating. Let's keep an eye out on the Star Wars franchise in general, because the comic books, although some of those earlier Bronze Age issues have some value, a lot of modern books end up going missed in the variants. There's a plethora of them, and some of them are going to exceed more than others.
Hey, Comic Fam, thanks for having me. Happy Thanksgiving. Try out Key Collector for 1 week with the promo code TOM101. All you have to do is look for the welcome button on the Key Collector app, tap on it, and then use promo code TOM101.
Get a free week subscription and you help support the show. We got some Black Friday deals. The first one is all of our merch. If you want to rep some merch, support the show. We're doing free shipping on all of our shirts. Link is in the bio. And then we hit up our homies over at Scout Comics. James Hake. James Hake. He brought the heat, man. Hake. Dude, you're going to love him even more. He's doing 50% off. Use code TOM101 on scoutcomics.com. Get yourself some dope comics.
By the way, Metal Shark Bro, from what I'm hearing, is being looked at by the Cartoon Network.
Ooh, Comic Fam, you didn't hear from me.
You didn't hear from me either.
We appreciate you. Best community in the world. Sincerely, we're very thankful.
Have a good few days off.
And as always,
geek responsibly.
Enough said. Thanks so much for watching the video, Comic Fam. Pepe the Russo, you won our copy of DHP Special, the first appearance of Sin City. And I also have 2 videos here for you to check out, Comic Fam. The first one is our podcast. We release it every single Monday. And this one down here, well, that's another video I placed there in case you don't want to watch the podcast. You know, got multiple options for you.